Joining us now is KTVU political analyst Brian Sobel. First, Brian, Joe Biden really needed to perform well tonight after what happened in the first debate. How do you think he did?
He did well enough. He's back in the game, as it were. That first debate performance wasn't good, but I thought, given that he had the target on his back tonight, I thought he performed pretty well.
Brian, what about questions about his age? Did he put that to rest tonight, or do you think that'll be an ongoing issue?
It's going to be an ongoing issue. He was kind of fading towards the end, but it was a long night of having to fend off all these situations. And of course, he kicked his website address at the end of the night, which was kind of a tough way to end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so one of the issues, perceived issues with Kamala Harris, as Paul Chambers mentioned, is that she's a former prosecutor. Joe Biden went after her for that. Tulsi Gabbard went after Harris, who now supports legalizing marijuana, on her record as Attorney General, saying Harris put 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations. Was Harris able tonight to shake that label of prosecutor?
No, she's going to have to continue to work on that. In fact, I didn't think she had a great night. She had a good night, but not a great night. And I don't know that she was expecting some of the things that came at her, both from the vice president and Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard really laid into her, and she looked like she was sort of taken aback by it. So she's going to have to improve and learn how to put a smile on her face when she's being attacked, you know, in a debate type situation. On the other hand, Cory Booker had a great night. You know, he had a rough first debate. I thought tonight he had an excellent debate.
So if you said overall, in the grand scheme of watching tonight, who do you think was was there a clear winner? Do you think Booker was the winner, or do you think Biden? Where do you see things shaking out?
Well, I think from a polling perspective and where people come down on who will eventually be the candidate, I think Joe Biden did enough to maintain that position. But I think Cory Booker opened some eyes tonight, and I think actually Tulsi Gabbard, some more people are going to look at her. You know, she trended #1 after the debate on Google for the most researched person in that debate tonight.
Did anyone hurt him or herself tonight by their performance?
No, and it's hard to find that in these forums because you get a snippet, but they're very good at sidestepping questions, and so it's hard to lay a glove on them in boxing terms.
Still, even though Joe Biden's performance was not, hey, let's say A++, better than his performance the first time, is it still his to lose?
Yeah, that's a great question. He has a lot of support. Some in Washington will say his support is soft. That meaning if somebody else were to rise up really quickly and get people excited, he could fall by the wayside. But he's been at this for so long. He's got so many friends around the nation, so many supporters around the nation. And a key thing is a lot of people think he's the only one who can actually beat Donald Trump.
I was just going to ask you that. There's still a long way to go.
Oh,
but if
so
Biden ends up getting the nomination, do you think he has enough, like you said, to beat Donald Trump?
Well, we'll see as it develops. He is the one, though, that understands Washington as well as anybody out there. He's been vice president. He was part of a lot of these policy decisions. I think he can definitely go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, no question.
All right, long way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brian, as always, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.